Hey guys, this is Hell Hades. This will be another Raid Shadow Legends video. So I recorded this video once already. My sound went a bit squiffy, so I've decided to re-record. What we've got here is 2 times summons in the portal. It's happening, guys. An extra double chance to get your epics, now 16% from ancients, and an extra double chance to get your legendaries. I've already put the video out about all the legendaries in this game, a quick review. I'm actually going to try and do, I did this as a 2-parter before, but I'm going to try and do it in one hit. All epics reviewed in one video. Let's go. It's going to be literally whistle stop, down and dirty review of these champions. We're going to start with Bannerlords, and we've got Hoarding, kind of like a poor man's Relic Keeper. Don't waste your time on Hoarding. A Lordly Legionary, if you're struggling for someone to help you get through that Fire Knights, great champion for Fire Knights. Even though he's the wrong affinity, can still do a lot of work there. Outside of Fire Knights, I think he's pretty average. Oathbound, since they buffed him, actually a very nice champ. He's got freeze on his A1, AoE decrease attack on his A2, and some turn meter drop. And he's also got block cooldown skills on his A3. Great for Faction Wars, help me get through Faction Wars. Also good for the arena and general dungeon content. I've got a guide out on him if you want to check him out. Seneschal, now relevant for Clan Boss because of this leech. He does have some healing for one ally here. He's got a bit of kind of self-counter attack and stuff going on. Very nice base stats. Yeah, worth leveling now. Knight Errant hits really hard. Other than that, he doesn't have a lot going for him really, but he can hit really hard, one-shot people if you want him to. Does have this leech, but it's kind of low chance to place it. For me, probably not worth your time because his defense is so low, unless you just want someone who's kind of fun to play around with, I guess. Right, let's go on to it. Stag Knight, top 5 epic in the game. Could even be the best epic in the game now. Definitely up there. AoE decrease attack and defense on his A2. Can put this down to 3 turns. Worth booking if you can. This is a 95% chance to land. You can use a mastery to get him to 100%. Got a guide out on this guy. Good base stats. Nothing really bad to say. Can use him anywhere in the game, and he would do a good job for you. Rowan, not part of this event, but she's a mid-tier at best Clan Boss champion. She does a bit of work in Fire Knights. Terrible base defense, very hard to keep her alive. Good base speed though. She doesn't really hit that hard either. For me, average champion. Azure, trash, don't worry about him. Warcaster, trash, don't bother. Let's move on. Let's get on to High Elves. Lots of good epics here. Royal Guard, one of the best dungeon clearers in the game. Comes to life later game, like level 15s plus. He's got this AoE slam on his A2. I can do 2 million plus on Spider with this ability. If you build him right, excuse me. We've got decreased speed, 4 hitter on his A3. Also get some turn meter drop. And a decreased defense here on his A1. So all in all, good champion. Tyrell, another great champion. AoE decreased defense. He's got decreased attack on his A1. So these 2 abilities make him great for Clan Boss. This makes him great for the arena, dungeons, pretty much anywhere in the game. And then you throw in this ability here, which drops turn meter. Makes him brilliant in spiders as well. Definitely one of the best epics still in the game. Thanassel, bit of a sleeper epic. People don't really give him much time, but he's actually quite nice. He's got some fancy pointy fingers. Increased defense on his A2 and a chance to drop some enemy buffs on his A3. Good arena champ, very tanky champion, good base speed, good for sort of support in dungeons. Luthea, again, she can be pretty chilly at times, but other than that, she can hit quite hard. Again, she's one of these kind of sleeper champions that can do work for you, at least up until mid-game. She hits pretty hard, but after that, she's got quite nice base stats as well, except her speed. Bit of poison going on here as well for Clan Boss. So all in all, pretty decent champion that most people don't really know about. Vergis, great champion again. He's got reflect damage here. He's got tons of buffs on his A2. He's got passive that throws out a shield on himself. A shield on himself if he drops low on health. Great base stats as well. Definitely worth your time. Will be a good dungeon carry for you. It's probably his main place, dungeons and Faction Wars. Marksman, way better poisoners out there now. This guy, not worth your time. Jingle Hunter, if you're struggling for an arena lead in terms of speed, this guy brings it. This guy brings a nice single target freeze, which hits hard as well on his A2. And he's got an AoE turn meter drop in his A3. Purely an arena champion. I wouldn't use him outside of that, but good for the arena. Battle Sage, average to fair support champion. Needs a bit of love. Niche kind of arena play, I guess. But other than that, not that great. Exemplar, pretty bad. Okay, moving on to Sacred Order. Loads in the Sacred Order, but some of them pretty terrible. Like Canoness, needs to go straight in the bin. Awful champion. Adriel looks good on paper. She's good kind of early game. She's got this aura which helps just magic affinity only. But I wouldn't waste too much time. I wouldn't put her past level 50. Hope, trash. We hope she gets better. Terrible champ. Frostbringer, average champion. Again, free hitter here, which is kind of nice. Increased speed here. She's useful for Fire Knights. Other than that, I wouldn't use her. Talia, really strong champ. I've got a guide out on her if you want to check her out. 75% chance of placing an AoE weaken here. She's got increased attack and some very hard hitting AoE damage here on her A2. Triple hit here. Great for Fire Knights. Good for the arena. Overall good champion. Juliana, she used to be a Madame Sexy for Clan Boss. Now she is Madame, where should I use her? Probably nowhere. Not really good enough anymore. Better poisoners out there. She's still reasonable for Clan Boss. Terrible base defense. I don't like her very much. Aethar, kind of old style epic. Still got a good bit of utility here for Dragon to take the Dragon down with this 4-hit poison on a 3-turn cooldown. But otherwise, kind of bad. Bad base speed, bad base defense makes him hard to keep alive and makes him hard to get that rotating. Relic Keeper, he's basically the boss of the early to mid game arena. After that, he falls right off. He's got this reset ability to kill stuff over and over again, which, as I say, early game arena is brilliant. Early game campaign farmer, maybe. But for me, without the AoE, it's probably just not worth it. Missionary, the mission is, should we use him? The answer is no. Romero, old style epic again, kind of good base stats. He's got okay base utility, but all of the buffs are just a bit like I'm a rare. Poor base increased defense version. Poor increase heal version. Just needs a buff. Lady Atessa, Lady Trash. Bushy, not that great either. We've got a bunch of terror ones in a row. Look at this base defense, awful. Does have a revive, unkillable passive. Other than that, not worth looking at. Phoenix actually hits really hard. Hits hard. Got a block revive here. Two good AoE skills here for the arena. Block buffs and block cooldown skills. Pretty cool. Good debuffs here as well. Base stats are okay. Not bad. Not brilliant. Mistress of Hymns. Mistress of Trash. She is just overtaken by so many other support champions. Good base stats, not great base skills. Cardinal, not in this event, but very good champion. She got this AoE revival or all team revive, full turn meter, really fun for the arena. Great for faction wars. Probably good for general utility in Clan Boss with this poison as well. And for dungeons. So all in all, good champion. Lightsworn, again, not this event, but a champion that a lot of people sleep on. Very good champ. Great for Clan Boss, great for Spider, great for Fire Knights. Decrease attack here, decrease speed, triple hit here, and nice buffs on his A3. Whew. Right, what's next? Barbarians. Loads of epics, not that many good ones. Aina, terrible champion. Jotun, one of the worst epics in the whole game. Sikara, part of the sisters that seem to just want to read all day long. Look at how many books they want. They got books coming out their eyeballs. This one particularly is terrible. Aitor, again, kind of old-fashioned epic. Needs a bit of love on his base stats. His kit's actually not bad. I wish this wasn't at random. If this was an AoE provoke, he goes up tenfold, in my opinion. But because it's a single target or these kind of random hits, not really strong enough. He does have immunity to freeze, stun, sleep. So in the current arena meta, I guess as maybe like a stall defense, he could be quite cool, actually. Maybe I'll try him out. But in terms of base stats, they just need a bit of love. Alika, She can be pretty chilly at times, and she's got a big hit on her A2, but again, she loves to read. Look at this girl. She is reading all day long, and because of that, I'd say don't bother spending your time on her. Tashada, another one of the chilly gang. So I've leveled one up to 60. I added my Faction Wars team thinking she could be cool because she's got this kind of revive mechanic on her A3. It's very situational to get that to work. She actually doesn't hit as hard as you'd hope she would. For me, she is okay for Faction Wars, nothing more. Kalia, another one of the worst epics in the whole game. Maeve, I don't even know anything about her. She's a terrible champ. Woad, painted. The best thing about her is how chilly she gets in the summertime. She's awful. She's awful. Hi, Katoon. She's good. Good champion. We've found one. So we've got increased speed, turn meter. We've got decreased turn meter on the A3. She's got decreased speed here as well. She's just like a speed champion, turn meter manipulator. Really good overall champ. You can use her in Faction Wars, Clan Boss, anywhere really, anywhere in the game. Vala came out with Amazon Prime. Okay champion. She's got an AoE decreased defense, but it's only 50% chance if you book her out. Some shielding here. I think War Maiden just kind of surpasses her. She doesn't hit that hard. She hits a reasonable level of damage. For me, not worth your time. Firstborn, okay champion. Again, it's a void. She can do some hard hits. That's about it. Sky Touched, one of the chillier Sky Touch Shaman that I've seen in the world. But actually quite a good champ. She's quite a good champ. She's got some good utility. Basically a utility support champion. Does her job pretty well. Okay, let's move on to Ogryn Tribes. We've got a few here. Grimskin needs a buff. That's about the best thing I can say about him. They did buff him. He's got good base stats. He's got some okay base utility. Doesn't hit very hard. He kind of needs this to be an AoE provoke for him to be good. He's got a chance to be an AoE provoke. One turn. He's reasonable, but not great. Skull Crusher, one of the best epics in the game. He's got counter attack here. If you don't have a counter attacker, he is literally the best pull you've ever just got. Ally protection, counter attack. Don't worry too much about this heal reduction. He has got the ability to just shake off a debuff and go again. So in the arena, this could be very clutch. Good base stats, good champ. And he actually hits really hard as well. Shatterbones, people sleep on this guy. Actually a good champion for the arena. He's got increased attack for all allies A1 if he gets a crit. He's got a free hit on his A2, which also drops turn meter. This is a Rotus killer, actually. This ability here is brilliant. He's got good base stats as well. You just need to make sure that he goes early, otherwise he'll die. AoE decreased speed here as well. So actually quite a good champion. People don't really use him. He's better than people realise. I think Ali Plays has actually done quite a nice guide on him if you want to check something out. Galkut is just in need of a rework. Base speed's terrible. His abilities are terrible. His base stats in attack and defense are kind of good. Otherwise, awful champ. Cagebreaker, one of the brothers that got released together. Pretty terrible champ. Occult Brawler, one of the best epics of the game for Clan Boss. Probably the highest damage output of any poisoner in the game, maybe except Frozen Banshee. The two of them are kind of on a par. Frozen Banshee nips it if you've got a counter attacker. Occult Brawler nips it if you don't. Both very good though. He's got low base defense. You've got to stack his defense up to keep him alive for a long time. Don't worry about stacking his damage. His damage is all about poison. He's also good for negative affinity Clan Boss because his passive is all about placing a poison. He doesn't have to hit to do it, which means that you don't get weak hits. It always goes on. Great champ. Maneater, not part of this event. Very good, epic. Part of the unkillable teams that are out there for Clan Boss. Very good actually though for Spider. Very good for Fire Knights as well. Good champ. Tyrant Titan. Got a good, nice decreased defense here. He's brothers with that Cagebreaker guy. I wouldn't waste my time on him, to be honest. Unless you're struggling for that decreased defense for Clan Boss. Lizardman. Not many here. Jarang. When are you going to be good? Not today. Move on. Terrible champ. Jareg, however, is good. We've got a decreased attack here. Nice for Clan Boss. We've got an ally protection, increased defense A2. Nice if you partner in with someone else with ally protection so that they kind of share it between themselves. Good base speed, good base stats. Nice for clan boss, nice for spider. Basilisk, kind of niche arena play if you want, otherwise trash. Drake, absolute trash. Jizzo, good up until mid-game arena. Can be nice in the clan boss if you don't have a counter-attack champion. You can throw this buff on someone like a Frozen Banshee and get additional poisons kicking out. Nice base stats as well. Just not bad. Not bad, but not good. Broadmoor, only really usable in Faction Wars. He's pretty good for Faction Wars, though, for this faction. Otherwise, I wouldn't level him up. So, Skinwalkers. We've got a few here. Let's start then with Taurus. So, Taurus then. He's got some poison utility. He's kind of weird. For me, I wouldn't waste my time on him. Flesh Terror. Got some nice utility for Clan Boss. Extending debuffs here on his A3. Kind of bad base speed, though. Only use if you really need to. For me, again, I probably wouldn't bother. Ripper. Just terrible champ. Terrible champ. Rain Beast, good up until about the mid-game for Arena. Otherwise, not really worth your time. I wouldn't level him. Snorting Thug. Again, we've got such bad champs in this faction. He's got a bit of a hitter here. He's got a bit of utility for removing buffs. Base stats are okay. He doesn't hit that hard. For me, I wouldn't bother. Yada. Loads of poison. He's part of the freebies, I think. Kind of bad base stats. There's better poisoners out there, but if you don't have one of them, then I guess he could be your clan boss poisoner. That's about it. Ursine, Ice Crusher, and Ironhide, these two bears, they came out together. They got good base defense, so you can keep them alive pretty well. Their abilities are okay. As an arena duo, maybe it's a bit of fun, but I probably wouldn't level them up. If you don't have an AoE decrease attack, then this second one here, the Ironhide guy, could be useful for you. But other than that, I'd say probably not worth your time. Steel Skull is a good epic, though. We finally found one in the Skinwalkers. We've got some poison here. We've got... it does need to be booked for this to be effective. Great for clan boss. We've got a cleanse and heal here. We've got an increased defense and heal here. This one's for your whole team. Good base stats as well. Good for clan boss poison. Good for spider. Good for Fire Knights. Kind of okay for dragon as well, really. And I use him in my faction war team right now. Basher, obviously not part of this event, but actually people sleep on this guy. He's pretty good. He's got an AoE increased cooldown of all skills. That's a very, very strong ability. He's also got this chance to put block buffs out there. His base defense is low, though, which means he's quite hard to keep alive. All in all, decent champ, I'd say. Okay, let's move on. Orcs. Orcs have got some good epics. Ultimate Gaelic, I've literally just done an account takeover live on stream last night. We used Ultimate Gaelic as level 50, and he just owned the Spider. We took Spider team from level stage 16 up to stage 20. He was one of the deciding factors, did most of the damage. Really strong champion. The only epic to have this AoE HP burn. Torture Helm, just look at this fella. That's all I've got to say. Zardala, really good epic. AoE ability, decreased defense. Making myself laugh now. 75% chance to land. She's actually really strong. Really strong. Can get chilly at times, but that's fine. Orcs can handle it. She's also got this ability here that reapplies this ability if she kills someone with it. Single target, can hit this AoE again. Really fun champ. Good for the arena. Good, actually really good for Fire Knights. And great for Dragon. Good champion. Bloodfeather. Yeah, just terrible. Terrible champ. Bonekeeper. Must be related to this Bonefeather girl. Bloodfeather girl. Pretty terrible champ. Shaman, one of the freebies you get right at the start of the game. Needs a bit of a buff. I guess because she's such an early freebie, they don't do it. Kind of good base stats, but her abilities are a bit lackluster. Terror Beast, only good thing about this guy is that you can run him in Fire Knights and then throw out this reflect damage. If you're struggling to get the shield down, this is where you use him. I wouldn't take him past level 50. and I would just buff his defensive stats up, literally just use him for this ability. Vrask, he's a healer. He doesn't heal for that much. His base stats are okay. Beyond Faction Wars, I don't really see a use for him. San Lashed, one of my favourite epics in the whole game. Provoke here, increase your buffs, decrease their buffs on a 3-turn cooldown. This ability is brilliant. She's also got this Ally Protect block damage passive, which kicks in, which is clutch in Clan Boss. Great champion. I love it. Great champion. Really different mechanics on her abilities. Good base stats. Definitely level up your San Lashed. Seer, recently did a guide on her. You should check it out. She is a dungeon nuker, the best in the whole game for that. And actually really easy to activate a full dungeon clear, which you can see in the video if you want to check it out. Okay, that's the Orcs done. Let's move on then. 5 to go. Demonspawn. Demonspawn got a few good ones. Allure, great, epic, definitely worth your time. All about this A1. Free hitter, which drops turn meter every time she gets a crit. You've got to build a crit up. You need to make sure that she can survive, so build her HP levels high. Don't worry about any more damage than that. Just make sure she activates that ability. Make sure she's got good accuracy so it works, and she will own the finite for you. Excruciator, very hard-hitting champion, kind of an arena specialist, one-shotter. Not much use outside of that. Jane. Jane. What do we say? Looks pretty cool. Her kit is just average. Average at best. Not a strong enough poisoner. She's got this extension of debuffs, but compared to other champions out there, just not that great. Soul Drinker. I did a video on this guy a while back now on bombing the arena. That's what he's all about, throwing bombs out. He's got a passive that if he dies, he throws bombs. He's got bombs here as well. He can do a ton of damage, actually. A ton of damage in the arena. In the current meta, he's not as strong. He's better against like a tank meta. He's not so good in the speed meta. I guess unless you had a couple of them throwing their bombs out and, it's like a defense, and 2 other people that just didn't die. So the bombs definitely went off, but it's hard to do in this current meta. Nazana, great carry. She's got all AoE abilities, so you could put stun set on her and she'd be pretty effective with that as well. Ally protection and shielding here. AoE decrease attack. She's just a good dungeon carry, faction war carry. Infernal Baroness, kind of similar champion really. All AoE abilities, decrease attack as well. Defense base, so she can stay alive pretty well. She's actually really good for faction wars. Other than that, though, average champ. Hellgazer. Don't know, man. Don't know. I don't really know where I would use her. Nah, don't bother. Don't bother. Terrible champ. Padma, very good clan boss champion for decrease attack. One of the most reliable decrease attackers in the game. She's also void, so she doesn't have that problem with affinity. Great base stats, and she hits hard. Good champion. Umbral, one of my faves as epics. Go, she's got AoE block buffs, AoE provoke, and becomes unkillable. Hits really freaking hard. Great champion. Okay, on to Undeads. Undeads have got a lot again, and actually a lot of good ones. Gordgrab, brilliant up until kind of mid-game, pushing the end game. After that, he drops right off. Nice speed lead for the arena. Got a full revive, so good for faction wars. Got some turn meter fill as well. It's going to do you well in dungeons, kind of just general progression. He also activates Ultimate Gaelic with his increased attack, so you can speed up Gaelic's ability to burn everything. All in all, good champ. Seeker, Arena Specialist, very good at it though. One of the best speed boosters in the game because he also throws out a single target provoke, and he can throw defense on your whole team if he gets hit. Nice base speed. Does need somebody as a speed lead to help him out. Catacomb Counselor, great epic again. He's got this ally attack, which you can book to 4-turn cooldown. If you do not have a counter-attack champion, he is going to be your man to come in and boost your damage by a ton. Really good champ. Dark Aethel, trash, move on. Dark Elhain is better, still not brilliant. She can hit really hard with this A2 though. It does a lot of damage, like 60k plus per enemy. She's got some utility to kind of work her way out of freezes. But sometimes she can just freeze herself again. But all in all, okay champ. Husk, probably one of the most underrated epics out there. He's got this AoE stun, which is really rare for an epic. I think he's one of the, maybe one of two, I'm not sure. 60% chance to land it, which is quite high as well. And it's a hard hitter. So this will hit people like Spider hard or Dragon hard, you know, like 600k hard. So good champion. Don't sleep on this guy. Fun champ. Karam, very situational. He's got this kind of explode all the poison thing. Good base stats. It's just a bit niche. He needs to be paired with people that are going to make this happen. And it's on a 6-turn booked to 4-turn cooldown. So chances are you're going to get to use it once or twice in a whole run. Lich is just a tank. He's just a meat shield. Doesn't really offer much more utility than that. For me, not worth your time. Hexia, not worth your time. Defiled Sinner, not worth your time. Corpse Collector, now got some good utility with Leech. It's got heal reduction here, which is kind of okay. Not really that usable. Both of these debuffs are kind of bad. Some poison here, though. She's got some good utility now for Clan Boss. Other than that, I'd say probably not really going to be using her. Muslim Mage, one of the best epics in the whole game. Probably the best support in the game, I'd say, for epics. One of the best partners to Seer in the whole game. Good base speed, good base stats. Got 3 brilliant debuffs. He works very well with defense-based champions because he buffs defense and crit. Puts block debuffs out there as well. He's got this cleanse. All in all, fantastic champ. Zelatar, a bit like a Thanassor in a way. Some shielding, some support play, some sleep. Definitely not a bad epic. Worth your time. Can help you carry. It can carry you through dungeons. But not special either, I'd say. Okay. Moving on. Free to go. Dark Elves. Whew, Captain Tamelia. Kind of similar again, like a support champion. HP based. Can keep her alive pretty easily. She throws increased defense on allies, which is kind of nice. And ally protection. All of it could do with just being a bit less cooldowns, really. She doesn't hit very hard. She's just in there to protect your team, but she does quite a good job of doing that. Spider, he is really for his namesake. He can take the spider out very nicely. Got a decreased attack AoE here. He's got a chance to place, the support and word at the end, place, decrease defense and weaken, which means that he can't get a weak hit on Spider 20. So he's better than Razin for doing this. His base stats are quite low though. He wouldn't be a good Spiderling tank. So once that's happened, he's quite hard to keep alive. Luria, I think the only AoE freezer in the epic category in the whole game. And you can't revive if she kills with this ability. Pretty good for Arena. Good for Ice Golem. Not a bad champion. Crimson Helm, average at best. Probably not worth your time. Got some nice utility here. Yeah, I guess I've seen her as part of like unkillable teams and revive teams and that type of thing. Niche in that way. Very good base defense. Really, really slow. Really slow. Maybe the slowest epic I've seen out there. I wouldn't waste your time. Warden, don't waste your time. Delver, don't waste your time. Fang Cleric, don't waste your time. Lua, pretty good. She's got a lot of damage here. Not part of this event, obviously, but a lot of damage in her A2. She's got a drop turn meter in her A3. Good for Fire Knights, good for Spider, and good for the arena. Sylar, actually very similar style champ. She's got turn meter control. She's got 3 AoE abilities, so stun sets on her are golden. You could use her in Fire Knights, you could use her in the arena. Any dungeon content as a kind of carry. Definitely for Faction Wars as well. Good champ. Madame Cerise, again, Void here, but one of the best epics in the whole game. You'll see her at plat level play all the time in the arena because of this ability here. Remove all buffs. Drops out a decreased attack and a decreased defense in its place for 3 turns. It's a huge ability. Great base stats. Really, really good champion. Right, on to Night Revenants. So we've got Crypt Witch, trash. Pitiless One, trash. Necro Hunter, kind of okay for Clan Boss, but pretty trashy. Miscreated Monster, here we go. And this is what we're talking about. The best champion for Spider in the whole game. I'm saying it. The best champion for Spider in the whole game for progression. He has got this crazy shield ability here. He's great in the arena. He's good for Fire Knights. Great for Faction Wars. brilliant champion, and he looks really cool. Puts Faceless One to shame with his design. We've got Sinasha, great champion again. Double hit on her A1 if people are low health. She's got this ability to put people's skills on cooldown on her A2, which is very cool. And equalizes health on her A3, which is cool again. Kind of takes everyone's health pool, puts them together, and evens them out. Really like her. She hits hard as well. She's all attack based. So she's got a very low base attack, but her multipliers are good. She hits really hard if you push this up. Doom Priest. I'm going to do a guide on her really soon. She is your answer to affinity problems on Clan Boss. Great champion, great passive here. Good for dragons as well. Good champ, actually. Good base stats. Sepulchre, one of the best Clan Boss champions in the game. Decreased attack on her A1 with a very nice chance to land it. She's got increased defense and block debuffs on her A2. Makes her brilliant to block the stun, to deal with negative affinity Clan Bosses. And she's also got this kind of clutch ability on her passive, which gives you a chance for one of your team to take no damage per turn. Very useful, great base stats, brilliant champ. Deathless, totally niche. If you manage to get all of your team to die in the arena, then she hits hard. Weird champion. Kytis is, even after his buff, terrible champ. Faceless, one of the worst looking champions in the whole game. I really want to see his face though. He hits hard on his A3. Other than that, useless champ. Skullcrown, again, it's void, so not for this event, but brilliant champion. She will carry you through all sorts of content. Great campaign farmer, great dungeon clearer, brilliant for the arena. One of the best epics in the whole game for the arena. Golden Reaper, speed champion, good champion, decreased attack here, speed here with a turn meter boost, great base stats. But she's probably just the same really as an Apothecary or a High Titoon. So unless you don't have one of those, I wouldn't probably build her. Whisper, she does a ton of damage, single target stuff. She gets a chance to spiral extra turns. She's quite hard to keep alive though, so she's really an arena-only champion. And you kind of have to be winning. You have to be in front for her to do her work. Okay. One left to go, guys. Dwarves to go. Actually, a good faction to finish with, though. We've got Grizzled, brilliant champion for Clan Boss. Good champion elsewhere in the game as well, especially Spiders. Increased defense, block debuffs here, free turn cooldown, which is quite rare to get this on a free turn cooldown with these two abilities. Great because of this for Clan Boss. Hits really hard as well. Defense-based champion. He's got a kind of utility, decreased attack on his A3 as well. Good champ. Rearguard, another Clan Boss specialist who can help elsewhere in the game. She has got decreased defense, she's got decreased attack, and she's got ally protection and heals. Really good champion as well. Defense based as well, so she's going to hit reasonably hard and stay alive a long time. Rockbreaker, I love him. He's very fun in the arena. Hits really hard with this A1. He's got provoke and counter attack on his A2. Provokes all enemies. And he's got this kind of passive that every time he takes a hit, he's got a 50% chance of taking half damage. Really fun champion, and he kicks out some pain. He can solo carry arena fights if you build him right. Birdle is a void, so he's not going to be part of this event, but good Fire Knight champion. That's probably the only place I would use him. Got very, very low base defense. You've got to watch out for that, but good base attack. Yeah, kind of fun champion, but only really Fire Knights. And then we've got Gala, long braids, arena specialist, single target nuker, kind of good champion. Fire Knight's a bit, I guess, with multi-hits going on. Good base speed, good base attack, very low base defense, but she creates shields, which kind of keeps her tanky. So all in all, good champion. And that's all the epics done, guys. I've done it in one hit. Hopefully you enjoyed the video. I'll catch you all soon. Good luck in your summons, guys. Good luck.